Well, here we have like a super important friend that I recently made. He's the owner and founder, the CEO of the Cape Communications. It's a company that offers you, and I have tried before we talked on in my own way for 4 months. It's a subscriber that it's a company like for people that regular people that follow me. It's a company like T-Mobile, like Verizon, but with ultra safe capacities that you will. I love it for journalism, for investigations, for people that manage delicate situations. John Doyle is a Harvard law student. He was a sergeant on the special forces. He also worked in Palantir. That is a very well known company that had contracts with the U.S. government. He offers a new company, has only 3 years. He's super fresh. It's a company that everybody with low information, you won't get like emails and stuff that everybody when you go to any company, Verizon, T-Mobile, and everything, that you get spammed the other day. I have tried this before I know him. I never received anything. I did it and I tried it and I loved it. I contact them and he's super nice to be here with me. Hey, John, nice to meet you.
Carlos, first of all, thanks for being a Cape subscriber, and thanks for having me on your YouTube channel.
Can you talk us a little bit more about you? How you prepared for this to create this company that is doing the difference? What bring you here?
Sure. My background is after college, I joined the Army. So I was Army Special Forces. I was a communication sergeant in the U.S. Army, and left the Army in 2008. Like you mentioned, I went to Harvard Law School and graduated there. I was never a lawyer, though. Instead, I went to Palantir, and I was at Palantir for 9 years, doing a bunch of different things, both technical work, and then eventually wound up running the national security business from 2017 until 2022. And it was really in that role where I learned about all the different ways that our cell phones violate our privacy, create security vulnerabilities in our lives, and all the problems that exist on the global cellular network. And so I left Palantir in 2022 basically to start a company to start solving those problems, and founded Cape with a bunch of friends from Palantir and other places, and have been at it for 3 years now.
So after you started, I've seen like how you could seamless. I don't know how you say it. Got in 3 years only like so good service. Like for example, you are running on a regular company, right? You are. Can you explain people first what is MVMO?
Yeah, good question. An MVNO is a mobile virtual network operator. It's a cell phone network that doesn't own any towers. So we don't own any towers. We rent capacity on the towers of major carriers who already have well built, really extensive networks in the
Mhm.
US and internationally. And we just pay them by the gigabyte. So if you stream a Netflix video on your Cape phone, we pay some percentage of that monthly bill to the carrier for your use. And what that means is it allowed us to focus on what's actually the most important part of the network if you care about privacy, which is the software. All the software that runs the network is what we build and what we control, and that's where we build our features to protect your privacy and security.
So because I've seen and I asked you to do this. We talked about it before. The Mint Mobile, for example, that Ryan Reynolds is super famous.
Yeah,
He does all the advertising on it. He runs on another company. He doesn't have all the antennas.
that's
He
right.
he's the MVNO, but he doesn't have the software. Like he uses like little software. He's not focused. He's cheap. He sell cheap, good service, good everything. But you sell security. That is
Right.
harder. So that's why you develop the network between you and the company. You use their hardware for put it lightly. You use their hardware and you put the software so everybody's protected on all of us information, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mint Mobile is a great company, and they did an amazing job. They
Super.
are on, I think, T-Mobile's towers, and then they also use all of T-Mobile's software. So they really are just a marketing function on top of that. And their whole goal was to offer the cheapest cell service possible, and they did an amazing job.
Yeah, they did.
Uh, yeah, we have a different goal. Our goal is to offer the most secure, most private cellular service possible. And in order to do that, we couldn't rely on the existing software of any of the networks because they didn't have the features that we want. In fact, the features that we had to build. So we are like Mint Mobile in that we're an MVNO, but we're very different in that we own a lot more of the infrastructure that our subscribers use.
So let's start with one thing. Like when I subscribe, I can subscribe. I only put in a name, any name. You protect all the information. You don't ask address. You don't ask anything. So
Right.
that's a big information because, for example, other companies that offer security ask me for that, and they have it. They may not sell it, but I have. But everybody knows that I run many phones because I manage a lot of stuff. And every time that I get, even in under a company, shell company, whatever, all the phone numbers, the information is leaked like 1 2 days after. Yours, I have for months, many lines, not just one, not a single data leak, and you don't get my information because I will be suspicious if you get my information. You say I don't sell it, but you
That's
don't
right.
ask for it.
That's right. The
But
only when you sign up for sorry, but when you sign up for Cape,
oh,
the only information you put in actually goes to our payment processor, which is Stripe. You have to enter your credit card information so you can pay for Cape. But we never get that. We never get your name. We never get anything about you. Instead, Stripe generates what's called a receipt ID. It's just a string of numbers that they send to us and they send back to your phone. And then your phone redeems the receipt ID with our server. So the only thing we know you have like a random string of numbers is your receipt ID, but that's not tied to any personal information about you. And if you compare that to a major carrier who has your name and your address and your social security number and your credit card information all in their databases, we have nothing. And our privacy policy says, you can read it clearly on the website, says very clearly, we will never sell our subscribers information to anyone, full stop.
you can't even if you want.
Right. We don't have it. And, and even if we had it, we would never sell it.
So that's why I feel safe and I loved it. Also the signal, I don't know if it's because regular carriers are more bloated or send more information. It feels light. Where I don't have signals from the three main companies, and I know you have hardware on all of them. But it feels light. I have deeper signal. I don't know why, because your MVNO is more efficient or something.
It's great to hear. Some of the advantages we have is we're entirely hosted in the cloud. So we're all in AWS and Amazon Web Services. And that does give us a lot of speed advantages and a lot of scalability. So that might be what you're experiencing.
Also, when you have the signal in your phone, and you ask on your app two things that I love. You ask for if I want enhanced supervision. That's what we talk about, and I talked in a yesterday video. SS7 to protection for SS7 attacks. Can you
Yeah.
explain us on that?
SS7, excuse me, is um, a protocol that cell phone networks around the world use to communicate with each other. And so, and I know I gave you this example, but the classic SS7 um, exchange is if Carlos gets on a plane from New York and is flying to Paris, you get on the plane, you turn your phone on airplane mode, and you're off the network for 8 hours or however long it takes. If, let's say you're a T-Mobile subscriber, while you're on the plane, if an adversary, maybe China Mobile, could send an SS7 message, a signaling system 7 message to T-Mobile and say, hey, Carlos just landed in Beijing. He's on China Mobile's network now. We're going to let him roam here. Please route all of his calls and his text messages to us here in Beijing. And of course, you're not actually there, but now all of your traffic is going to a malicious carrier. There's a industry standard protection called a velocity checker, which says when T-Mobile or a carrier gets that incoming message, it says, "Hey, Carlos has only been on the plane for 2 hours, and he couldn't possibly be in Beijing yet. So let's reject that message." It's a really good, smart thing to do, but it has a flaw, which is if your adversary has compromised a telco closer to the United States in this example, say it's in the Bahamas, and now T-Mobile, you're on the plane, you've been on the plane for 2 hours. T-Mobile gets a message from the Bahamas saying, "Hey, Carlos just landed in the Bahamas, route all of his traffic to us." That might be possible in satisfy the velocity checker, and so T-Mobile or your carrier would start to route that traffic, and now you're compromised. All that to say, what CAPE does, it's different than anyone else, is when we get an SS7 attach request, we require device attestation, which means we need to hear from your phone where in the world it is. And if it gets back to us and says, "Hey, I'm in the Bahamas," then there's no attack. That's a valid request, and we'll route the traffic. If it says I'm somewhere else, or we can't get a hold of your phone because it's in airplane mode, we just reject the request. Pretty simple in concept. It's surprisingly hard to build, and we're the only ones that have it. So you can opt into that in the app, but because that feature asks which country you're in, basically, and not all of our subscribers want to share which country they're in, even for that particular use case. That's why it's an option and not required to be on.
Okay, but one thing, you don't know the country any other way if the app doesn't send it to you. You don't know where everybody is.
Well, we can see if we have a subscriber who's on the network in France. We know we have a subscriber in France because we're getting the bill, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we don't know it's you or another subscriber because we don't know your names, but we can see that. However, this SS7 attack is an initial attach, and so it's important for us to intervene at the moment of attach. Basically, you're not live in France yet, or you're not live in the Bahamas yet when we do the request.
So, and that's important because people can check Linus Tech, the video that Veritasium did with them.
Yes, it's a great video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it because I'm an ex officer. So in Dominican Republic, below $2,000, I can get a SIM swap for $300
yeah,
and you offer protection on that too. That we're gonna go there. Also, SS7 attacks less than $2,000. Anyone that knows people
yeah.
can do it right away. And that's how in Veritasium they showed. Everybody should go and see. Veritasium is a very science channel, and they did how the emir of Dubai tracked a daughter that he had to he or his wife, I don't remember, and how he find it through SS7 attacks until he got them.
Yeah, yeah. It's a the that Linus video or the Veritasium video that was just earlier this year.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people um, think that the problem has been solved because the whole industry adopted those velocity checkers from 4 or 5 years ago, but the problem is still very real, and we just saw it with the Linus Tech Tips video.
Yeah, and velocity check, you communicate with the phone. I don't like the velocity check anyway because if it's a government that is trying to supervise a journalist or something, they can know what plane you got, and they can get antennas near. Like you put the example
That's
of
right.
Bahamas, and that's it. The
Yeah.
velocity check will cross.
Yep.
You do
Exactly.
a phone ping, so it's
Yeah.
different. It's more. If you have my phone, well, then
Yeah.
you're
But
giving.
it's via right, and it's via an authenticated connection to your app, so it's pretty secure.
Also, I like that you because I can put the name, I can put the name I want because you distract the payment. I don't even have to put my real name
That's right.
if I
That's right.
want to be secure. So that's good for you. And also, you advise that when you ask for customer service, you don't give your personal information.
That's right. That's right.
So the safety is all the way. I love it. To people, I never recommend. Everybody that knows me, I never recommended a service, but In 3 months, I was like, I gotta get a hold of these guys. This is above everything else. I have
Yeah.
tried it, everything, all the companies in Europe, US, in many places, and that is wonderful what you're doing. And also, I saw that you have Cape Oscura.
Yes.
Can you talk us about Oscura?
Yes. Obscura is a product that includes a phone. So you not only are you a Cape subscriber on the network, but you get one of our phones, which it's a Nothing phone. There's a company called Nothing, a really good OEM that makes phones. They
They
have
are
a special.
super nice, very
Yeah,
beautiful phones, and very simple.
that's right. And we have an agreement with them, an exclusive agreement with them. They produce phones that allow us to enable features so our subscribers can manage their specific identity on the network. So on your phone, on any phone, there are a handful of identifiers. One is called the IMSI, excuse me, International Mobile Subscriber Identifier. That's the long number printed on a SIM card. Another is called IMEI, International Mobile Equipment Identifier. That's like a MAC address for your cellular modem. Another one's the ad ID, generated by Android in the operating system. Those three identifiers are transmitted to the network in the clear, kind of all the time. And so they make a really good trail of everywhere you've been in the world. Every tower that you attach to, you give it your IMSI, your subscriber ID. Obscura is a suite of technology to allow our subscribers to manage those identifiers, mostly by changing them. You can set up a set of identifiers that you always use when you're at home and a different set that you always use when you're at work. You can set them to just rotate continuously as you go about your business. We're not opinionated on how you should manage them. We just give you the tools to manage them however you'd like. It's a really powerful tool. For example, if you are worried in your threat profile, if you're worried about IMSI catchers, false base stations, Obscura is a really good mitigation for that, and some other kind of heightened threats, I would call them. Obscura is our sort of premium product to address those.
That's for government journalists. More focus on that, right?
Government, journalists. We have a partnership with Safe Escapes in the U.S. who helps victims of domestic violence escape
Oh,
their
that's
abusers.
important.
Many of those folks have technically sophisticated adversaries who are trying to find them, and so we work with Safe Escapes to get them Obscura devices so that they can take that off of their list of things to worry about. But yeah, as for people that have very specific heightened threats against them.
I love that you do the geo fencing because it can alternate like everywhere I want. And I love the example. I've seen two videos of one of your guys doing an operation in Guam
Hmm. Yep.
because and you couldn't be tracked. The government couldn't be tracked because of your software. So it's really good. It's government level.
Yeah, we're really proud of it.
So also that I was doing a video yesterday, so the people have like an intro. People don't know, but all the airports, most all the airports, and you put the example on the airport, have IMSI catchers. It's
Yeah.
like every intelligence institution and every other cyber criminals also put IMSI catchers on all the airports for because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And, yeah, almost every border crossing has an IMSI catcher. That's right.
So people need this type of service. And the one thing that I always say, you put the example on the airport 5 miles around, and then when you get out, the IMSI that they got at the airport is not the IMSI that is in the
Just
city.
switch it out. That's right. That's right.
So they will say, okay, where's the guy? He's not here. He's not
Yeah.
here. So it's one thing that can that help for because some third world countries have a problem with Pegasus.
Hmm.
I know Pegasus is harder because it's in the system, but
Yeah.
it can help with it.
IMSI, well, maybe indirectly in that one delivery mechanism for Pegasus would rely on harvesting your IMSI. Although I think my understanding is mostly Pegasus gets delivered via phone number.
Hmm.
So most of the mitigations on the market right now for Pegasus are device based. Like iVerify is a good company that does this it can help to detect Pegasus. We have some ideas for the future in the product where we might be able to provide network level mitigations, but those aren't out yet.
So, and I always recommend that to my clients. Never have one phone number. For example, if you have Oscura on a phone, that phone never give it to anybody. You give
Right.
another phone that you have, but not that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and stay tuned. We have, I think, multi-number support coming out later this year, which will also
Mhm.
be interesting. So you can manage multiple phone numbers on one device and treat them differently.
So that is good. It won't be linked to the account, maybe, but not. I could be like using one on another,
Yeah.
completely separate.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
But it's not like a host version, like VoIP. It's a real number.
Real numbers. That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
No, that's super nice. One other feature that I would like to discuss is if I have, for example, we have Haiti. You know, my prince is there now. He's doing work like a mercenary for fixing
Yeah.
stuff there. People that are government officials in, for example, Dominican Republic. There are some. There's a lot of corruption in third world countries, but we have good government officials that need protection on their security when they cross the border.
Yeah.
So how can you recommend them to a service like this, because it's not US? You give roaming for them? How it works?
For you're right. For the consumer offering, you can only onboard in the U.S. Although we have international roaming on Android now and iPhone soon, but it's only available to U.S. based subscribers. Um, for government users, we have the ability to create custom Obscura offerings that work for folks outside of the U.S. And so, if you have friends in the government still who need Obscura level protections, we can probably help them.
So it wouldn't be a problem for them to be protected when they cross the border and go back. They could do
No.
the geo fencing and everything.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
So, and what are you do? You're offering better than everybody else. What do you think could be like? I don't know. Massively, you charge $99 a month for the regular service, but the
Correct.
regular service have the SS7 protection. So
Yep.
most people don't need Obscura. Obscura is for people I have sources. For example, I do investigative journalism. I'm a lawyer, so high profile ranking officers. But on the $99, for example, I pay. I'm gonna be truthful. I like to be. I pay for the best service, like the best internet. When I have a bundle in Verizon, for example, I pay like $80 a line,
Yeah.
90 with the fastest speed. But really, really, really for the fastest speed, and I have to, if I have only one, it's like 100. So I tried your speed in many places that I don't get signal from other companies. I only put it Verizon. I don't want to speak ill about anyone, but I'm just putting an
Mhm.
example of my experience. So you have better signal, you have SS7 protection, you have all the protections that nobody needs. And people think that this can happen to everybody. An IMSI catcher can be created on a Starbucks that you go.
Yeah.
People don't think about it. You can get hacked on the Wi-Fi under your Starbucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not doing Starbucks because one company, on the mall, on the lounge, on the airport. Your information can be compromised everywhere. You give the same speed or better. I think it's better. I tried it. I tried it with Android Graphene OS, Android and Graphene OS, and it's better speed. You give all the protection at $99. You don't subscribe for a contract. You don't ask for a year.
Yeah.
You pay it. You got it. If you want to stop, you can stop. If I want another phone number because I got compromised, I don't have to go to the hassle to change it, to talk to the company. The same. I am no. Okay, I can cancel it. I don't pay it. I pay another new line. That's it. Everything
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
so. You have grown a lot, but you I think you need I need you because I love crypto also. I have many followers that do crypto, like many. A lot of them have been hacked. This solution gives solution to everybody. I'm in love with the product.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you.
just the biggest fan. But
No, it's great. And it is the SS7 protection, certainly SIM swap protection,
the SIM swap, that's
privacy policy, never to sell your data. We have the only encrypted voicemail in the business. We built our own voicemail service because we learned that even privacy companies, it would surprise you, don't encrypt your voicemails at rest. And so we encrypt our voicemails on the server.
and it go
Um,
to a server, and I can hear it from anywhere. So
yeah,
if you
yeah,
send the password of WhatsApp, the WhatsApp gets stored there, and everybody can see it, because some companies has also the text message of the voice.
yeah, yeah. And so it's a lot of really strong privacy features. And you're right. I'm glad you said it. $99 a month is a premium price, but it's not that much higher
Oh,
than the major carriers in the U.S. Especially when you consider, when we say $99, there are no additional taxes or fees. Your bill is 99.00 every month.
I get
Uh,
it. I get it every month, so I know.
that's right. Yeah, I'm glad it's working so well for you. It makes me happy to hear.
No, but one thing also, and you pretend you never thought about doing bundle for family, because any family,
Yeah.
I'm a father. I have three kids.
Mm.
I have a wife. I have all my family works like in consulting or something, lawyers and everybody. And I know, like as a father, that I would like to have all my family protected. I don't want to be only me. So
Yes.
you pretend to you're thinking about doing bundles and stuff.
Yeah. In fact, probably new since you signed up, we added family plans. Right now, it's hard to do a family plan in a privacy preserving way, right?
Hmm.
But the way we do it is, and you can go on the website and see this. If you contact support, they will generate a custom for you code to give to your family, and everyone gets a discount. So that's how we're doing it right now. We're building a feature to make it, soon you'll see a feature where you don't have to contact support. But for now, you just reach out to support. They'll build a custom plan for you and your family, and then everyone can get a discount and be protected.
Perfect. No, but that can you keep us up to date, because I know you were updating Obscura also for people in a few weeks.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. There'll be an Obscura update soon. The consumer service is always being updated and changed. We have a If you go to the website cape.co, you can sign up for the newsletter and get all the updates and hear about all the cool stuff we're building. Yeah, but of course we'll keep you specifically in the loop also, Carlos.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
One thing, nobody can get. I know it's a safety feature, because if you do Obscura, you want the phone to be really clean. I know that's why you provide the cell phone also, because you have to do more hardware, because you have to put all the emails and the other IMSI
Yep.
so that it can switch. But will people could get Obscura in some way with their own phone in the near future, or no?
Soon you will be able to rotate MZs on your own phone as part of the consumer offering, by the way. $99 a month, you'll be able to rotate MZs. The IMEI in particular requires a specific device. That's the Nothing phone, so that we can, because the IMEI is on the modem, you have to be able to rewrite the modem. We need special APIs to make that happen. And so that feature will always be only on, or at least for now, will only be on the Nothing phone.
And last question that I have, for the iPhone, you said that what thing is missing for the iPhone that you said?
International coverage on iPhone is coming soon, but we have to be included in the next iOS release, and so hopefully that's out
Like
fall.
about 1 month. No?
Yeah, soon. Yeah,
Oh, that's also, but that's only for the roaming. So everything is working. It's the
that's right.
same.
Yep. Yeah,
So
the iPhone in my pocket is on the Cape network and has been for 6 months in the U.S. and it works great.
yeah, I need to put in an iPhone, one of yours. I
Good.
shouldn't be saying this, but nobody will know. So, but yeah, yeah. Also, everything is working. Everything is fine. What you have for the next 3 months, for what you have said, it will revolutionize the. I'm proud that I gave you this interview today, because you gave it to me. I didn't give it to you. You gave it to me.
Oh, thank you. No,
Because
I mean it when I say I really appreciate the kind words and the support. And yeah, it was really fun. I'm glad to be a part of your show. Thanks for having me on.
no, and I'm the fan number one. I know you will keep me looped on it, but in it, but Uh, your product is amazing. I want to. I never have recommended. You're not paying me for this. I made you because I love your product so much that I went to you, and I expect that everybody that thinks on their security, their family security, take this into account. This company has shown in a few months that I have tried it a lot of protection for me and loved ones. I'm not going to specify my family, but and I appreciate what you're providing for the price you're providing. It is the same as a good line from another company with all the protections, even the encrypted voicemail. That's just enough to protect all the crypto people that are out there
Yeah.
that use 2FA authentication.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really do appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for being here, guys. See you in another video. Thank you for watching, and share the video so more people can get this protection. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Carlos.